Hey guys, it's Alam. So I recently updated my Fringe Lands mod on Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. As you guys can see, so to start things off, as you guys can see, I am at the beginning of the corner farmlands, and there are no more chunk rendering glitches. Indeed, in the latest update to this mod, I fixed a lot of the floating point bugs in this that existed in this version. I've also added a lot more customization options in this mod. So, let's get right into it. In the Create New World screen, you will see that I've added these noise offsets, which will move the map according to... And several customization options. You can have a normal world or a sky dimension world, but for whatever reason, when reloading a sky dimension world, it turns it back into a normal world. I'm not really sure why, and I may eventually release another patch to this mod that will fix that. But here you can see biome type and tree noise type. Normally, Beta 1.7.3 would use simplex, uses simplex noise for the biomes. And there's also tree noise type, because there actually is a tree density noise generator used in forest-related biomes. And in case you're wondering what this negative quadrant patch does, well, I will show you guys later in the video. So let's click out of here and click back and hop into this world. So here you can see that we have the Bedrock edition corner farmlands generating in Java edition. Basically what I did was I went into noise generator Perlin and casted as many things to float as I could. Sorry about that. Casted as many values to float as I could under if statements checking if the setting is enabled. Or actually it's cast, not casted. Yeah. So here you will see the beginning of the corner farmlands. And again. Like in Bedrock Edition, there is a small mathematical curve where the stack actually generates just before it becomes a sky grid. Oh. Why is it lag spiking so much? I'm gonna have to fix. Is that another thing I'm gonna have to fix? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, cool. I didn't really do much. It's probably my computer. But you guys can see that the edge farmlands do look repetitive like they did in Bedrock Edition. And the only problem is that the X Fringe Lands don't quite generate like they did in Bedrock Edition. The last two stages are there, but the first two stages are not, for whatever reason. There we go. Now let's hop into this world here. There you go. So you guys will see that this is actually a world with the Perlin noise biome type. And if I turn around, you guys will see what its overflowing looks like. So all this is an endless ice desert biome starting at 2 to the power 33 blocks out. So I expected it to look more like the biomes becoming stripes in the edges and diagonal lines in the corners. But instead it's just all ice desert biome after 2 to the 33 nights. And it's because the temperature value is actually plugged into a quadratic equation. So it's squared and subtracted from 1. Which means that if it's very large, either way it'll become a negative value, which will be clamped back to 0. And if I head off in this direction, you guys will see that you can now see the point where trees stop generating in forest-related biomes. If the usual Perlin noise generator for trees, which occurs at 2 to the 32, or 4,294,967,036 blocks out. I tried to teleport there in the Beta 1.202 Aether mod in the earlier version of the mod. The game locked up. And the reason for that is because when the noise values blow up right after they overflow, the game will end up trying to generate a huge number of trees. You see there are still some trees generating, those are in shrubland and savanna biomes. So yeah. So now I'm gonna hop back in to the world from the beginning of the video. There we go. Now I'm gonna teleport to negative to the corner farlands and the negatives on both axes. So this is actually a world that has that diagonal line, that negative quadrant patch setting enabled. So I'm going to show you guys what that does. So basically, normally all the diagonal lines in the negative quadrants in the corner farlands will appear way off from the initiation, because they will normally all point back to the initiation of the positive corner farlands, because they are caused by calculations related to the fraction values of the noise coordinates. And normally in the negative in the negative farlands, the fraction starts right away at -2 to the 32. And that's actually the same reason why the negative fraction generated the skyward in Bedrock edition. So basically, what this does is it shifts the fraction values in the negative quadrants so that the diagonal line and then in the other three quadrant corner farlands will all start at their initiation, the initiation of those quadrant corner farlands, like in my creative map, rather than appearing way off from it. Like and the positive x and negative z and negative x and positive z quadrants will also appear as basically mirror images of the positive quadrant and traveling far enough on the axis that's negative and there. And then the other quadrant at their initiation. But this with that setting enabled, they will instead appear at their initiations like the positive quadrant of all the diagonal lines and stuff. So yeah, guys, that's about all I've got for today. Download link for the mod is in the description down below. Leave a like if you enjoy, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell and click on all for notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.